Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Friday night service with Irene and myself. Our lovely Jean, unfortunately, can't be. Our lovely Jean, unfortunately, can't be with us tonight because she's got no signal where she is at the moment. So it is just us two roses without the thorn, as they say.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing.
I'm sure she won't.
You will get your hand slapped.
I'm sure she won't watch it, so she'll never know if nobody tells her.
Well, I won't tell her if you don't, but I bet somebody will.
I bet they will. There's a connector in the bedroom, dear. It's just Michael looking for some
Hi,
headphones.
Michael.
Irene says hi, Michael. Hello. She says hello.
Hello.
So, yes, welcome, one and all, to our evening service. It's so lovely to have you all with us. It's absolutely red hot here. I'm frazzled. I'm frazzled. It's been gorgeous. We've been sat on the deck, drinking tea and chatting and all sorts of things. It's lovely. Oh, I want one of them.
Make me jealous.
Pass it through. Pass it through. Oh, bless.
Dearie me.
No, it's been lovely. It's been really quiet. It's starting to busy up a little bit now, though. People arriving after work and things on the weekends. So there we are. But never mind. Yeah, I can tell them all to go home.
Okay, if you want to.
Yeah. Tonight will be our usual service. We'll go through opening prayer. Irene says she has a poem. Thank you to Stacey.
Yep.
Stacey sent a poem across to me, and a link to a poetry site. So I'm going to join that next time when I get offline and have a look at that and see what's on there. Deborah Adams is away at her van next week and she can't wait. It's heaven.
Oh, you're all making me jealous now because I can't escape to a van. Only I can escape to is in here because I don't like the heat.
Oh, my dad's watching. Hi, Dad. I've just seen his name go up the screen.
Hello, Dad.
Yeah. Oh, bless him. Right. So without further ado, I will open in prayer and then say the Lord's Prayer, if that's all right with everybody. So as we bow our heads and say, Heavenly Father, divine and gracious Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather together in your name tonight. Thank you for all the blessings you've bestowed upon each and every one of us this day. Father, we ask that the veil be lifted between the two realms to allow the guides and inspirers of Irene and myself to step forward, to allow us to become messengers for your purpose. Father, I ask that the loved ones of those watching step forward so that we may join with them and pass through messages of truth, proof, love and upliftment. Father, even if we can just share one or two words of comfort tonight to one person, we will have done your bidding. Father, I ask that you heal the sick, you lift covers from the eyes of our leaders so that they may see the truth, the love that is needed in the world today. At the end of this short period, Father, we will hand back to you all, which is rightfully yours, with love, with honour and with glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Right. I'm not sure if you've heard this one before, Tony, but I got a message from somebody in the week asking me if I'd got anything which is a really a sad subject. She asked me if I'd got anything on children who had cancer.
Oh,
Now,
bless.
so I have sorted this out. I knew I had it. It was just a case of finding it. And let me just tell you a little story about this. It was written by a teenager with cancer. This young girl, at the time of writing, had only been given 6 months to live. And as her dying wish, she wanted to send a letter telling everyone to live their lives to the fullest, since she never will. She will never make it to the prom, graduate from high school, or get married and have a family of her own. So I will read it. And after I'd finished reading it, I felt very humbled. So this is for that. This was given to me in 2007. I don't know the young lady's name, so I'm sorry I can't give it to you. It's just called Slow Dance. Have you ever watched kids on a merry-go-round or listened to the rain slapping on the ground? Ever followed a butterfly's erratic flight or gazed at the sun fading into the night? You'd better slow down, don't dance too fast. Time is short, the music won't last. Do you run through each day on the fly? When you ask someone, how are you? Do you stop to hear their reply? When the day is done, do you lie in your bed with the next 100 chores running through your head? You'd better slow down, don't dance too fast. Time is short, the music won't last. Ever told your child we'll do it tomorrow, and in your haste not seen his sorrow? Ever lost touch, let a good friendship die, 'cause you never had time to call and say hi? You'd better slow down, don't dance too fast. Time is short, the music won't last. When you run so fast to get somewhere, you miss half the fun of getting there. When you worry and hurry through your day, it is like an unopened gift thrown away. Life is not a race, do take it slower. Hear the music before the song is over. And I thought that was beautiful.
It is. That's gorgeous.
That is my contribution. Like I say, I haven't got the young lady's name or the family's name, but it was sent to me anonymously. But you know, I couldn't take that as my own because I didn't write it. But this young lady did, because she wanted everybody to know how she felt and that life is for living, but don't go too fast, otherwise you're going to miss a lot of stuff along the way.
Well,
So
exactly. How many of us are just hurtling through to get from one task to the next, to the next, to the next, without
exactly.
And that's something I found when yeah, I mean, I make no secret of it. I was medically retired from work, and it's something I have found that it's incredible how much you miss by leaving the house, going to an office. And I mean, I know we've all got to work, we've all got to pay the bills, but
absolutely,
you know, I sort of now wish that all of those years when I finished at 4:30 or whatever time I finished work, I actually did something rather than just go home and lie on the couch and watch Coronation Street and NCIS. You know, you do miss so much.
I know exactly what you mean.
And there is that thing of when you meet somebody and it's, oh, how are you? It's something you do automatically. And then when they start talking, you blank off and you're thinking, no, I've got to get some eggs at Tesco's and I've got to get some butter and I've got... We all need to slow down and appreciate each other and nature and God's gift just a little bit more, I feel.
Absolutely. Yes,
and you've got a tear in my eye with that one, Irene.
Oh, bless you. Well, it's just that, I mean, I can write a poem on any subject. I have got a very, very special one for next week. And this is special to me because it was somebody who passed who was very close and very special to me. And he was a truck driver. And the only person who might understand who it is my daughter. But next week is his anniversary. So the one I'm reading next week is for all the truck drivers out there. So that'll be either probably next Monday, because it's anniversary on the 27th, and I think Monday is the 26th. So I'm going to read that one out, but that's especially for him.
Poetry Corner's all for you, sweetheart. So you do what you want with Poetry Corner.
Well, I do. And I would like to say, just before we start, thank you to Tracy Jane Husk for sending me the lovely poems that she did.
Oh,
that was lovely by yourself. Yeah,
and beautiful.
And thank you for sending me Stacey's. I've got that today as well. So we'll do those sometime in the future.
I did like Stacey's because it made me laugh, because how many times have we had other people's loved ones from spirit saying, I hide the keys and I move the ornaments and I do this and do that. And I did see something on Facebook today that made me giggle. It was from a friend of mine in Australia. It was something she'd forwarded. It wasn't her writing, but when I'm a ghost, I'm going to find all of my friends who have OCD and knock all their pictures sideways. And if you knew Katie, like I know Katie in Australia, you'd appreciate that, because she is a swine. She is a swine, and she won't mind me saying that. But
when my dad comes to visit, that's where Stacey's got it from, I think, because when my dad comes to visit, all my pictures are crooked. So, and she knows that, so that's what.
Yeah.
But never mind, not to worry.
Something I just wanted to pick on from, about slowing down the chat while we're giving readings, because we're missing comments because they're going up off the top. Nick Brown, who runs Little Port, he gave some interesting philosophy last night about somebody had commented on another church that he knows who aren't doing online services, and they were getting a bit of stick in some comments in different groups for not engaging their congregation. And Nick came on and he said, well, actually, I know the people who run this particular church, and they're doing a lot back scenes. They're taking groceries to those elderly who can't get out to the shops and things. So don't judge without knowing the facts, type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the other thing he picked up on was that on the back of that, some of the comments must have been about your congregation need their messages from their loved ones. And he said, look, we are a religion, and our religion isn't all about the mediumship. It's a big part of it, but it's not the be all and end all. There's the philosophy, which, like your poetry, it's words given from spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That give what spirit wants to say, which is just like a message. There's the prayer, the worship, the engaging with the congregation outside of this, which I'm now connected with Pastures Green's church in Bridlington, and they've done so much for people who need help for various reasons, be it mental health reasons or financial difficulties, or just an ear for somebody to talk to, by messenger or whatever it is. So there is so much that we as a religion do beyond mediumship, and the mediumship is wonderful, and it's, Irene will back me up with this, it is such a privilege to do what we do.
Oh, absolutely.
And it touches some deep part of us every time we do it, and somebody will message and say, that's just what I needed, you've given me some comfort. And like I said in my prayer, if we give just 2 words of comfort to somebody in a night,
well, we've done our job. Yeah,
we've done our job.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you find, Irene, I know I'm going on a bit now, sorry.
It's okay.
When I've done a demonstration, be it like this or in a church or a centre or a reading or whatever, you'll always find one message that you think, that's why I was here tonight and that's why I had to come.
Yeah.
That's why we had to
Yeah.
be online for that one message.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I once gave somebody up in Manchester a message. Well, I didn't. I was actually coming to the end, and I could see clear as day at the back of the church in the doorway this young gentleman, very young gentleman, just beyond a
Yeah.
teenager. He might have been 16, 17, if that. And all he did was that.
Yeah.
And I said, and he walked down and sat next to the young girl on the front row who was in her early 20s, and put his hand on her shoulder, and I said to her, "Dear, I know I've got to come to you. I've got no words for you. I am sorry, but all I've got is that. There's a young gentleman, and all he's done is that." She burst into tears.
And she knew.
And that was enough. And
Yeah.
I said, "I'm sorry, that's all I've got." And then he got up and walked off. And I said, "And now he's gone. Thank you, good night." Did my closing prayer, went off, had a cup of tea, and she came and sat down and she said, "That was my brother. He had lots of complex medical issues. And at the end of his life, he couldn't speak. He had a trachea.
Oh, bless.
And his way of saying, 'I love you,' was to do that.
That's all she needed.
And that was him just saying, 'Love you.'
Yeah.
And that was it. So it might not even be a word. It can be a gesture. It can be anything. But there's always that one thing from spirit where, and I mean, I've done an 1.5-hour service and I thought, that's why I was here tonight.
Yeah.
For that one thumbs up from this young lad in spirit. And that was it. Anyway, there we are.
It always makes me very, very humble when I go back through the comments and see how so many people have enjoyed what we do and do enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And, you know, and there's a lot of people, a lot of ladies and gentlemen that come on and they come back week after week. And sometimes they come, I mean, you know, I can't really give a reading to Stacy because she's my daughter. So if I get anything, I hand it over to you or Jean, you know,
Yeah.
but you know, it's lovely. And it makes me feel so humbled that I can do this. And like you, such a privilege. And, you know, it brings tears to my eyes sometimes, because sometimes the messages, like the poetry, it's such emotion. It's so emotional. I think what people who don't do this don't realize is that it can be very, very emotional, because we go away, we think about the messages, and sometimes I burst into tears because I've had a message for somebody, but it's uplifted them, and that's the main thing.
It is.
And
it is.
Speaking of that, we better get on with it. Otherwise, we'll have a riot.
Oh, Deborah Adams has got the name Bob. Okay, that's fine. If anybody can understand a Bob, if you private message Deborah Adams, she can sort that out.
Well, I know 2 Bobs, so that could, you know.
I know a Bob as well. But
yeah,
Bob anyway. That I know is living is here. Anyway, yes, let's get on with the show, as somebody used to say.
Absolutely. Otherwise, we'll have a riot on our hands. Thank you, Tara. Tara Briggs has just, you bring light into our lives. That is so lovely. Thank you so much.
Just seeing Tara's names just reminded me of the last thing I was going to say on your point, Irene, which is, it amazes me that we do 3 services a week, and then I do Bridlingtons, and I can see the same names service after service after service, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, your Michael's telling us now to get on with it.
I know, I saw. Do you have your connection? Air connection?
Right. Okay. When I was, because you know that I had a late appointment this evening, so as I was coming back from, well, in fact, while I was in the machine, let's say, that's all I'll say. While I was in the machine, I had the soul of this beautiful gentleman come to me. He looked to me as though he didn't have any wrinkles, but I don't feel he was young. I feel as though he was presenting himself to me as a young man, but he had really, really white blonde hair, and it wasn't dyed. It was a proper white blonde hair. And and he was laughing. He had such a lovely laugh, and he had a lovely soul. And all he wants to talk about, all I got was that song, music, music, music. So this gentleman was either involved with music, or he knows somebody who is involved with music. I mean, my son's a DJ, and you know my love for music. So, but this is not them. It's this gentleman is. He's not telling me how to he passed to spirit, but he is giving me. Come on, sweetheart. I've got the name of Phil or Philip, and he's also giving me the name of. Come on, who? Either Ben or Benji or something like that. I would say, looking at him, he wasn't told. I would say he was between 35 and 50, so he was quite young when he passed, and he's talking about a cancer type condition. So and this was a terminal one. So if there's anybody that can take this young man, okay, let's just see how we go with it then. He's talking about having a family, and he's saying there's 3. So I don't know if that's 3 children, or if that's mom, dad, and 1, or mom and 2 that's still down on earth plane. But he's talking about children, and he's talking about dogs as well. So there's dogs around. Can anybody take this gentleman, please? Anybody?
I'm not seeing anybody yet, Irene.
No, I haven't either. Right, okay.
I've just got the leader of the pack, you know.
Shangri-La's.
Yeah.
Motorbikes, Shangri-La's, one of my favourite songs, that. Leader of the pack, Shangri-La's.
So there might be a motorcycle type connection there as well.
Right, okay. You might have to take over this because Stacey's just put on Philip, Tony. Orin's name is Philip.
And Deborah Adams said she can take a Ben and he had cancer. Was he around the right age, between 35 and 50, Deborah? And can you also associate a Philip with that? And motorcycle music type connection as well. What else have I got?
Right.
Would either of you sorry, Irene, I'm jumping
Go on, no, you carry on, sweetheart. I'm
would
watching.
either of you, Stacey or Deborah, would you understand the 25th of a month? Like, you know, if you watch a lot, I can be a little bit off, 24th, 26th, but around the 25th of a month must be significant.
Well, Deborah's saying she thinks he was about 50. Okay, sweetheart. Right, okay.
But and like bikes, so that
right,
fits as well. 24th of May. Split link.
Yeah, 24th of May was my mum's birthday.
Right. Well, you see, Stacey, you should have just acknowledged the 24th because I was going to give you the May connection, but now you've put it. Don't feed the medium. I've had my tea.
I haven't yet. I rushed straight back from hospital and straight back on here. Anyway, not to worry. Right. We like bikes. Let's see if we try with Deborah first, and we'll come back to you, Stace. Right.
Not sure of the date.
Right. Deborah, did he have something to do with music, Deborah? Because I got that I got that old-fashioned song, music, music, music. So we've got, he's about 50, we've got the bikes, and could you understand also, Deborah, the name of Philip or Phil as well that's around? I'm not saying Philip or Phil is in the family, but he had this beautiful white blonde hair, and he had a full head of this lovely blonde hair. So, right, okay. Right, he's talking about somebody down here now, Deborah. He's talking about somebody down here who also likes bikes, whether they be, right, he loved music. Okay, So I think we've got the link for now with Deborah, Tony, and we'll come back to Stacey in a minute.
Not sure
You're
about Phil.
not sure about the Phil.
I think we've got two links going on. I think I've got a link and you've got a link.
Right, okay. Right. Deborah, would you understand somebody down here who on Earth plane that also likes bikes as well? Because he's telling me that there's somebody down here that likes bike, because I know that Tony's just given me leader of the pack, but there was also another one. It was a 60s song and it was a one-hit wonder, and it's all about a burn up, or with my burn up on my bike. So he's a biker, right? Okay, sweetheart. And he went to shows. Oh, it's her husband, right? Husband's a biker, right? So he goes to shows. He's telling me, right? Okay, now then. Oh, bless him. What is come to say that even though he's spirit side, he still rides his bikes, if that makes sense, Deborah, and he still sort of has a tinkering. He's got family there. He's got family and friends in spirit with him, and they go on these long bike rides. And what he's saying is that it's about time you all went out with the gang on the bikes and had a ride for him, because he'll be riding with you from spirit, if that makes sense. He's also right. He's also, come on, sweetheart. I don't know if it's your husband that races. He's also talking about going to the TT races on the Isle of Man. So I don't know if that's your husband and you that want to go, or if it's him that's talking about and he's been. But he's talking about going to the TT on the Isle of Isle of Man even. And can you also, Deborah, take me somebody who had, I wouldn't say a stutter, but there was either a stutter or something wrong with the teeth. The teeth didn't fit properly, and they got the tongue wrapped around and they couldn't talk properly. Right. Okay. Now then, he's wanting to let you know that he's around you, sweetheart. Okay. And he's watching you, because he knows that things at the moment are, there's something around you that's, he goes every year. That's lovely. Thank you, sweetheart. He's making me aware, sweetheart, of there's something around you that's not quite right at the moment. I'm not going to open it up because it's your business and nobody needs to know about it. But he's talking about some sort of little rift, let's say. He's not saying if this is amongst family or amongst friends, but there's things there that's happening that you need to sort out. Would you understand that, sweetheart? It's got to be sorted, but what he's saying is don't get too involved. Don't get too involved. Just sort of try and keep on the outside if you can, and just agree or disagree where you have to, because he doesn't want you to get into a big row with somebody, because he's talking to me about somebody having to climb a mountain, sweetheart. Okay. And he doesn't want that for you. All right. He wants you to just sort of, if you can, let it slide past you and just stay to one side of it, if you would understand that. I'm glad it makes sense to you, sweetheart. And he's also talking, I know that Tony said that about the 25th, 26th of the month, I've got to take you to January's February. I don't get dates, I just get months. I've just got to take you to January, February for birthdays or anniversaries, sweetheart. And he's also talking about something special coming up this year. I don't know if you're going to a christening, a wedding, or you're going on an outing or something like that. But he's talking about you going out on a nice, you're going to a do, because he's saying that you've got to get dressed up. You've got to put your posh hat and frock on. So if this is an invitation, and then I'm sorry if I've spoiled the surprise. And he's, I'm not saying it's you, sweetheart, but somebody around you, there's new life coming. He's talking about new life being prepared. So, but that could be puppies, kittens, or children. you've got all the options there. And I've got to give you twins in the family as well, sweetheart. Okay. I don't know if there's twins in the family, but he's talking about twins, or there's two that's very similar in age and very similar in nature. Okay. Is there anything else, sweetheart? Okay. The only other thing he's saying to me, sweetheart, is apart from the fact that he wants you to know he's around you, is all he's saying is ride with pride. I don't know if you understand what that means, but he's just saying also ride with pride, but be careful when you do ride. Stay safe is his main thing. Stay safe, sweetheart. I'm going to hand you over to Tony, my darling, to see if he's got anything for you. And I'm going to say good night and God bless. Tony?
Yeah, well, I haven't got a lot. But as you said, ride with pride, I also got pride before the fall. So you would understand where somebody's, how can I say this? Somebody's put themselves up there and they're going to have a fall.
Come down to earth with a big bang.
Yes. The only other thing I got was, I can't say it like that, Sunshine. Go on. The something that you kiss on the way up the ladder are the feet of the people you'll have to kiss on the way down. So, you know, just those that tread over people by any means to get where they're going are in for a fall. So that's how I've got that. Okay. David Poole, can I just say, if you don't like what's happening, you can just switch off, mate, rather than put comments in, please. There you go. Right, Deborah, I'll leave that with you, sweetheart, and I will say God bless, because I've still got Phil connected, which Stacey said she could understand the information that we gave around where this Phil was.
Yes.
So, okay, sweetheart. I got a gentleman who has a really wicked sense of humour, because when we saw that comment from David Poole going up, he was having something to say, which was colourful, shall we say. So we have a gentleman who is very sharp, very cutting, very witty, very, very intelligent, very well schooled, well educated man. I gave you the 24th of a month. Also around the 17th of a month must be significant as well for a birthday, anniversary, or a passing. Also, I got four. So I don't know if that is mum and dad, 2 children, mum and 3 children, or any combination thereof, but I've got the 4 connected with the family. I've got somebody who passes, a lady that passes with something in the head as well. I don't know if this is a stroke or a dementia condition, but I've got the passing with something in the head. If you could understand that, Stacey, please. Right. Right, okay. I have a lady and I'm feeling a bit of sorrow around the fact that there was something about go on, forgetful and forgetting people's names or something. If you would understand that, please. Okay, because it's hurting. It's hurting her that she couldn't remember around names and things. Okay, bless you. Right. I'm also getting with this lady that in her younger days, she would be very thoughtful, very considered around her words and around. Will you two pack it in? Okay, that's fine. Because I'm really considering what I want to say and the words to best get across the meaning of what I want to say. She wasn't a lady that would use 20 words when 5 would do, if you understand where I'm going with that. Okay. Ellie, you can take a gentleman like this as well. Can you take the lady, because the lady and the gentleman are connected with the same message? So
I know who the lady is, but because it's for Stacey, I don't want to spoil her message. But I know who the lady is.
You can place her. That's fine.
I can.
That's
yes.
Fine. That's fine, because she's a lovely, lovely lady, but she's a lady who could have been misunderstood, because she's, like I said, she doesn't waste her words. So if she's got something to say, she'll say it to the point, and it could sometimes come across a little bit sharp, but that's not what she meant at all. She just, like I said, she just wanted to say what she had to say, and that was it. I've got peonies. They're not roses, are they? The peonies.
Peonies.
Peonies. I always say peony roses, but they're not. The peonies. No. And you, Stacey, you must have memories of picking. It's naughty, you shouldn't do it. Picking daffs and things, and bringing little bunches of wild flowers home, because I've got handfuls of flowers, and I've got a daisy chain crown. I don't know why I've got a daisy chain crown on my head, but I've got a daisy chain crown on my head. And okay. And I'm just hearing Loretta Lynn, coal miner's daughter. So I don't know if that's a connection to the country music, or if it's a mining connection, because I'm a coal miner's daughter.
Both.
I'm not sure which way that's going.
Both.
That's fine.
Both.
That's fine. All right. That's making my eyes water. Gosh. Would you, Stacey, would you understand where somebody would wear lots and lots and lots of cologne or perfume or aftershave or something, because it's really strong and it's making my eyes water? And I don't know if they didn't have a sense of smell and they didn't know they put that much on, or where that is, but somebody would have a bath in it. All right. Okay. No, that's fine. I'm seeing, Stacey, I'm seeing boxing gloves, and I've no idea whether this is symbolic and you're ready to put your boxing gloves on and get somebody sorted out, or if this is a memory of boxing. But I've got a pair of boxing gloves that I need to give you, and I've also got, you really feel like you need to give somebody a good shakedown, because I can see you putting these boxing gloves on, Stacey, and lacing them up. So there must be a reason why you're ready to get your gloves on and have a good set too, because I'm rolling my sleeves up as well, and I want to get something sorted out. And this lady's just stepped back in and she's telling me to consider your words. Wherever this situation is, consider your words very, very carefully. Otherwise, it could blow up in your face. And the other party... No, I'm not saying it that way, darling. The other party will come out smelling like roses and you will end up all the bronzed.
With egg on her face. With egg on her face.
So just pick your words very carefully before you get your gloves on and go all hell for leather. Right. Have we got anything else, darling? February. I can see February. And I can also see a wreath being laid on your knee. So that would be an anniversary of a passing, either just gone or just to come in the next few weeks, because I can see the wreath coming up. They were leaving me with some flowers and then she's just put the flowers down and she sat down again. So I've also got to tell you of, or not tell you, I've got to acknowledge a male energy around you that needs to... She's working very symbolically with me. I've got binoculars up to my eyes and I'm just trying to focus them. You would understand where somebody needs to just focus and just concentrate on one thing at a time. Because at the minute, they're trying to juggle 50 things and they're doing lots of little things, okay, rather than focusing in, dealing with one thing, then moving on to another and dealing with that. So somebody just needs to focus things in and concentrate on dealing with smaller tasks and getting things parked out the way they're moving on to the next thing, rather than trying to do little bits of everything. Okay, right. She's picked a bouquet up again now, Stacey. So I can leave you with Michaelmas daisies, which are the really big daisies. And what is that? I'm not into crystals. You're going to have to tell me what that is. I've got a light pink
rose quartz
crystal, like that type of thing. I was thinking rose quartz.
Yeah,
rose quartz must mean something around you, Stacey, because I've got this lump of rose quartz. And somebody who would have a birthday with a green stone. I don't know which month has a green stone.
Emerald, it's Stacey. May.
Right. All right. Okay. Well, I'll leave you with those then, sweetheart, because that's what I got. I don't work with crystals, so I have no idea what they are. And she just plonked them in my hand and went, "There you are, give her those." And I was like, ah. Right.
Yes.
So I will leave you with those, Stacey. God bless you and thank you for working with me.
And it's no use me trying to tell you anything, Stacey, because there's very little that you don't already know. So and with you being my daughter, it's not fair because I know most things anyway.
It isn't.
So,
Irene, was there a song, "I'm a Jack in a Box"? I'm just a jack in a box.
Yes.
Because I've just had that lyric running through my head.
Yeah. Yes.
Literally, as you were talking to Stacey, it just went whoosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there was.
There's probably something else to go with that, but it'll come. Whoever it is will bring it back.
Yeah. Well, I know that rose quartz means something, Stacey, because I gave her a rose quartz pendulum.
Oh, bless.
And
that's good.
It sounded that you was talking to Nana, which is Ed's mum.
Oh, right. Bless.
Because she passed with a stroke, and you said something about the brain, and she had literally minutes before she passed, she had a brain aneurysm, which took her.
Oh, bless her.
She was in hospital. So, but anyway, okay. Let's go on to the next one and let me see where we are.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Have you got anything yet, Tony? Let me see.
Yeah.
Go on then, if you've got a link.
I'm just seeing, like I said, I've got this song, I'm a Jack in a Box.
It's not Jumping Jack Flash, is it?
No. It's definitely a Jack in the Box. That's the lyric I've got in my head.
Well, as you said,
and
Jack in the Box.
I seem to vaguely remember my dad playing a song, and it's quite an upbeat, like somebody said Sandy Shaw. It's that type of bouncy tune to it.
That was Puppet on the String, won the Eurovision Song Contest 1960s.
Yeah,
but
and it's all that type of thing. I've got like marionettes, Jack in the Boxes, hobby horses, lots of this type of thing coming in. So I don't know. You were going to say,
as you said, Jack in a Box. I got yes, you're right, Bernadette. Cloda Rogers did sing it. Thank you very much, sweetheart. I got Clown Shoes by the Everly Brothers, and I'm going to put my clown shows. So this is for somebody. Who are you, sweetheart? I've got a lady stepping forward, and this lady is coming with so much love. But there's somebody here on Earth plane that feels as though they're being treated like a clown at the moment. Somebody's trying to make a fool of them, and that's why we're getting the puppets and the Jack in the Boxes and the clown shoes and everything. I'm not getting a clown outfit. I'm just getting the long shoes with the turned up toes and the big red clown nose. This is somebody from Spirit saying that there's somebody out here down on Earth plane that is going to somebody's trying to make a fool of them, or words. Right. Okay. Let me just see. Now, I've got a connection here with the circus. I'm not saying I'm not saying that whoever this is for works for the circus, but there's a connection. They've either been to the circus or they used to go to the circus and they love the clowns. I understand, Sue Jowl, the Tears of a Clown. I know that one, but there's also another one called Clown Shoes, and there's also another one called Pockets of a Clown as well, sweetheart. Now, this clown means I don't know if somebody is scared of clowns, but this somebody I can't. It's a bit confusing. Whoever this is, there's a bit of confusion. I don't know, because I'm getting one side of my head blank, so I'm feeling like it's an Alzheimer's type condition. Right, Glenys, you can take the circus. Right, okay.
And Tracy used to go a lot as a child.
As a child, right? Okay. Now then, would one of you ladies understand somebody who had glass clowns? Or somebody, not necessarily yourself, but in the family, somebody had glass clowns. I've got Sue and Elizabeth, who's both scared of family. Right, Bernadette. Bernadette used to go to a circus in a field where she lived, and Gail's got a clown that's over 100 years old from an old lady. Right, okay.
And Tracy understands somebody who had glass clowns as well.
Right, okay, let me sort this out, because there's quite a few of you now that understand the clowns and that. Right, I need to connect. There is somebody who, the lady who gave me the clown doll collected clowns. Right, okay. It's let me see where it takes me. I have a collection. Tracy, you say that you've got, where you've got a collection of very colourful glass clowns. That's the direction that I'm going in. But can you understand somebody who is somebody around you that is not trying to make a fool of somebody, if you understand what I mean, trying to set them up for a fall. This lady is with me, and she's adamant I have got to say it this way, because normally I would try and get more information, but she's very specific that there is somebody around that is trying to make somebody look like a clown down here around you, sweetheart. Can you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Yes, right, okay. Now then.
And Glenys.
And Glenys can as well. Right, so I've still got a double link. Okay, now then, let me see where I'm going with this. Oh, this lady is making me feel very emotional and making me feel very, very weepy. And I feel as though I want to sort of get hold of my head and just scream, because I'm just so frustrated at this situation. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, but there's also a lot of stuff that's going on that some people don't know about. So Tracy, would you understand other things that's going off in the background, that things that maybe somebody hasn't? Oh my goodness, is that your dogs, Tony? Oh gosh. Right,
Sorry.
okay, it's all right.
They've decided
right,
it's playtime.
Right. All this, that's you as well, is it, Glenys? Right, okay. Now then, right. So that's how I feel with everything, right? So can I just come back to, can Tony and I come back to you in a minute, sweetheart, please? Because I'm almost sure that I'm with either Tracy or Glenys, but we'll get back to you, Sue. Okay, so just keep listening, and if you want to add to it, that's fine. Right, now then, this lady that I've got with me, she's I'm 6 foot, so she'd be about 5'8", 5'10", and she's got a lovely rounded face, and she's got sort of really white grey hair, and this is grey white, not out of bottle white. Okay, and she was very strict, this lady, very strict, and very much a stalwart, and very much, if you don't do as I say, then you fall it. But she also had a heart of gold. Okay, and she was really into her family, and she's got a worry. There's a worry about her with this situation. Okay, right. Now then, what she's saying is, be careful again. Oh, and it's your mum, is it, Glenys? Right, okay. Now then, so I've got 2 links here.
You have.
Right, come on. I'm sorry, ladies. I've got to try and split you somehow. Come on, sweetheart.
I'll see if I can help.
Okay, I've got this lady, and she's very, very strict, very tall, very she was a matriarch of the family, this lady, and she would really try, and she ruled with a rod of iron, but she did have a soft side, but that you didn't very often see it. She believed in children being seen and not heard, and she believed in you know, you will, when you come home from school, you will get changed, you will do your homework, you will do your chores, and that's how it will go. When you'd done all that, you did get rewards, but they were maybe once a week you'd be allowed to go to the park, because it was in the times of stuff like that. Right, Glenys is saying that her mum was like that. Okay, just right. Okay, Tracy, just bear with me a minute, because right, okay. Now then, she's brought a gentleman forward, and this gentleman is coming also very close. So this lady and gentleman are connected in spirit. So I don't know. I'm almost sure they was connected down here, and they're very, very close. And he was very strict as well, but he had a bit more softer side than what the lady did. But the lady also held secrets about other people in the family, and she also did spiritual work, but it had to be done behind closed doors. Right, Tracy. Okay. Now then, this is why this lady was one of the reasons why she was, because everything in those days that we're doing now had to be done in secret behind closed doors. She used to do seances, this lady, she's telling me, and she's talking about just having, I don't know if let me see if I can describe it, sweetheart. Right, she had a round table with one of those chenille cloths on, and there was always a candle in the middle of the table. She did not believe in using what was then Ouija boards. Now they call them spirit boards. Everything she did, it came direct from spirit, and there was only a very few close people that knew that she did this. Now she's being very specific here. She's showing me pictures on the wall, but these were spirit pictures. Right, okay. Now then, the gentleman used to help her. The gentleman wasn't the medium, she was, but the gentleman did his own thing. He tried to do healing, but they didn't know enough about healing in them days, but he tried to help where he could, and he was actually learning. And come on, sweetheart. The gentleman went to spirit first, and then the lady followed, but there wasn't long between. Now, I don't know if you do spirit work, Tracy, but what she's saying is that she would like you to start learning, if that makes sense to you. She wants you to start doing some things, and she's going to help you get on the spiritual path, if that makes sense to you. Because you do have an insight into how to do things, because this lady left certain things for spiritual work that was left. I don't know if you have them, but she's talking about some crystals, and she's talking about other like pendulums and stuff like that. Right, okay. Now she's saying that, thank you, sweetheart. I'm glad it makes sense. Right, now what she's saying is, please don't use the stuff that she left, because you'll have to get your own. I don't know if she used tarot cards, but she's talking about tarot cards, and she's talking about oracle cards that we have now as well. And she really is she's wanting to get into this because she's wanting to work with you. But she's also saying, as you probably know, Tony and I and Jean, when she's here, one of our rules is, if you want to learn, please, please, please do not try and do it on your own. Find a dedicated, experienced medium and circle to go with. But she does come with a lot of love, and she says that she's sorry that she was so strict, but she had to make sure that you was okay. All right. Now, I don't know if Tony's got anything else. You've just got some. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I don't know if Tony's got anything else for you, sweetheart, but both this lady and gentleman have come with so much love for you, and they know that that things are not right at the moment with you, and they're going to try and be around you to help you through it. I've got to give you daffodils and sunflowers for upliftment, sweetheart. And I have also got to give you an amethyst and rose quartz for healing. And you also, if you could get either labradorite as well, but you choose them yourself, let the stone choose you. And she's talking also about you having a pendulum as well. All right. I'm going to leave it there, sweetheart, but she just wants to know that if you want to speak to her, she's there. Just go in your mind and speak to her. But you've said that you've got a good friend. You're very welcome. You've got a good friend that's going to guide you. Please ask this friend. First thing you have to learn is how to do your protection and your grounding. That is more important than anything else, your protection and your grounding, and how to protect yourself. Because if you don't, and you do start working with spirits, then they will be there. Oh, that's wonderful. You have her amethyst ring. That's absolutely marvelous. She's just given you a thumbs up, sweetheart, because she was waiting for you to say that about that's why I mentioned the amethyst. I'm going to say good night, God bless, sweetheart, and I'm going to hand you over to Tony.
Tracy, I haven't got much else for you really, because I was concentrating on trying to help Irene to split the link, so I was sending some energy over to her.
Thank you.
I've just got to tell you about needing to step away from a situation or step away from something and take a breath and then come back to it, because she's just making me feel like I've got to take a step backwards, close the door, have a minute, gather myself, and then come back to something with fresh eyes. So she wants to bring that in for you, sweetheart. And she also wants you to trust your instincts more than you're doing, because you have good instinct for people, for situations. You can read something really well, and she's telling you that you need to trust it more than you are doing, because you're second guessing yourself a lot. And I've got to leave you with memories of dandelion clocks. You know, when you would get a dandelion seed head and blow it. I've got to leave you with memories of that. And she's just said clover ring. I don't know what that is. I don't know if she means making a ring out of clover or a clover leaf ring. I don't know, but she just said a clover ring. So I'm really sorry I can't give you anything else for that, but that's what she left me with, sweetheart. And I will say good night, God bless, and thank you for allowing us to work for you. The other lady who could take bits, please take what you could out of that message. Glennis, sorry, the name went out of my head there. Please take what you can out of that. And because when there's a split link, I always feel that so much of a message is meant for both people and then it splits off. So you take what you can from that message, and I'll try and link with Sue again and see if I can get something for Sue, because we promised we'd get back to Sue.
We did.
Sue, would you understand gentleman spirit side of life who would have smoked? Because I can smell smoke. I don't know if it's cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, I can't tell. I just know I've got smoke. He's also talking about a need to move forward, to move on from something or a situation. And he's talking to me about father figure. So I don't know if he is a father figure for you, or you would understand where the father figure is around you, please. Spirit side of life. I'm getting George shouted in. Oh, bye, Stacey. Stacey's got to go.
Oh, bye, darling. Talk to you soon.
I'm getting the name George shouted in, and I'm getting the 16th of a month, and it's like a dart's gone into a calendar with that. So 16th of a month must mean something around you, sweetheart. I want to talk about the birthday to come, because I can see a birthday cake with candles on it in my head. So there's a birthday to come. And there's also, I know Irene's given you life off before tonight, but I've got to give you new life to come as well. I'm not saying it's a baby, like Irene said. It could be a bunny, it could be a kitten, it could be a puppy, but there is new life around you, sweetheart, and also new beginnings, because I can see green shoots coming out of my table. So there's new starts, new beginnings around you as well. And I feel like it's not just a moving forward, it's like a drawn a line, and something behind me is gone, done, dusted, line drawn, and I've moved forward. But what he's trying to get across to me is, it's all right cutting stuff off like that, but learn the lessons from the past. Carry the lessons with you. Otherwise, you're destined to repeat what you've already done, sweetheart. You said you can take the 16th of a month, but you must be able to take the 6th. I don't know if it means the 6th of a month or the 6th month, because I just got the number 6. So either the 6th or June must be significant around your sweetheart as well. And the 5, I don't know if it's mum and dad and 3 children, or mum and 4 children, but there's 5 in a family that you would be able to acknowledge for me, sweetheart, as well. And I'm doing this. Come on.
Sue can take you.
Good. It's like I'm trying to hurry somebody along. It's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And you're standing behind and going, no, come on, get it done. Because what this gentleman's saying is, tomorrow never comes. So why put off to tomorrow what you can do today, is what I'm getting as well. And somebody around you can't sit still, because I'm fidgeting, I'm tapping, I'm wanting to. Hi, Ed. I'm wanting to fidget hi. All the time. Hi, so you must be able to place for me somebody who fidgets, who can't sit still, who's always got to be on the go, wiping surfaces down or dusting or whatever. But I can't sit still. I've always got to be doing something. And where we're trying to move this person on, this person needs to slow down a bit, to like I said before, shut the door, take a breath, and come to something else afresh. Otherwise, you're going to burn yourself out, sweetheart. This is you who can't sit still, is always on the go. And you've got to just take a breath, because you're going to burn yourself out, and then you're no good to anybody. All right. Your husband's fidgeting as well. All right. Okay. I want to leave you with a sherry glass. You would understand a lady who would have always had a little tot of sherry or something before she goes to bed, because I've got a little sherry glass, and I'm just taking a nip as I'm getting my nightie on and getting myself ready for. I don't get a nightie on, obviously, but you know, this lady would have got a night. And oh God, do you know what she's just said to me? She's just said, and I would have my vest on underneath on the cold nights. So she'd have a windset nightie on with a vest underneath.
Oh, bless her.
Bless her. This must be a grandma type figure, because I've got. I would put a shovel of coal on before I go to bed, so she would have had she would have had a fire in the bedroom, because she would have put some coal on the fire before she goes to bed. And I'll just leave you with that, sweetheart, and I'll see if Irene's got anything, because I know they've just called me to time. So.
Hi, Sue. When Tony said about having the vest on underneath, I got a picture of her taking the corsets off, the bone ones, and having, as the ladies used to do, have a good scratch, then put the nightie on. And we used to have fires in the bedrooms, and it was in the days when there was no.
She had a fire in the bedroom.
So she had to have a pot under the bed. Or a bucket, because she couldn't get out of bed to go outside, especially in the winter. But what she's saying is that she's glad now that there's central heating because she wouldn't have to wear a vest under a windset nightie. But you would also have pictures of this lady sitting by the fire with those really long, we used to call them knickerbocker bloomers on, down to her knees with her legs open and skirt up and trying to warm her knees and the inside. And I've got a black range, a black leaded range as well. Okay. And let me see what else. Oh, she's just such a lovely lady, and the potter was a love. Granddad uses a plant pot. Oh, bless. Right. So at least we're making, and she's bringing all this in for you, sweetheart, because you need it for upliftment. Because there's so much going on at the moment, and that she's telling me that with you and hubby not being able to sit still, a lot of it is, I don't know if you suffer with your nerves or you get anxious or you get anxiety, but it's all to do with something to do with around that area. I'm not diagnosing because we're not allowed to, but there's some sort of anxiety there, or this, this, just what you'll have to do is just sort of go with it. But she says, just breathe. Just take time to just breathe. When the little ones have gone to bed and there's just you and hubby there, sit and go over the memories, have a laugh, because she wants you to smile more. Nerves are bad. Okay, sweetheart. Well, she's saying that you've got to stop worrying, because worrying doesn't get you anywhere, sweetheart. Her words, not mine. All worry does is make you poorly when there's no need to. Take time to breathe, and she's wanting you to do some meditation if it's possible. When you get 5 minutes to yourself, turn the phones and the televisions off, lock the doors, and just sit in the quiet with a little bit of nice music on, and maybe light a candle and just breathe. And that's all. And she comes round you with so much love, sweetheart, and she just wants to see your lovely smile. And this is what she's telling me. She said, tell her I want to see her smile. And this is why she's brought all the potting under the bed and all that, so that you would smile and have a laugh, because she knew it was a memory for you. But she draws the line at you wearing her windset nighties. She doesn't want you wearing them. And just a lot of love from her, sweetheart, for you. And just know that she's around you, sweetheart, and she's looking after you from spirit. All right. And I'm going to say good night and God bless. And thank you for working with me. Bless
Thank
her.
you.
Lovely lady.
She was hilarious when she's like, I had my vest on under me night.
I remember my grandma doing that, but I remember those days though, and it was so funny, to see things like that. Me and my sister used to laugh all the time about that, and everything. But these days, young'uns don't know what they are, and don't know about outside toilets and stuff like that.
Well, when you said the outside toilet, she was saying to me, there's many a time you'd have to go out with a hot kettle to defrost the water in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, no, thank you so much, everybody, for such an uplifting night. I do apologise for the bit of negativity at the beginning, but we get people like that, and we can cope with it. What annoys me more than, it's not for me, I'm a big boy, I can take it. It's the negativity and the disrespect for you, because this is our religion, our faith. Absolutely. And to disrespect it the way that young man did. I'm saying young man, I don't know if he was a young man, he could have been an old man. But the way he did, it was unnecessary. And I'm not going to stand for it. We don't do those.
We do understand, though, Tony. You do get these people, but it is thankfully.
It means it's ages since we've had a total tosser on.
Oi! I'm sorry about that, people. But he's right.
Yes,
we haven't
right,
had one in
yeah.
a while.
It's just that we
But-
don't use that sort of naughty language, do we? But
No, we
it
don't
does
use that
matter.
sort of naughty language.
Yes, we do.
But
If
we-
that is their opinion, Tony, and
It
they're
is.
entitled to their opinion, but it's not nice. It's, as you say, it's disrespectful for the people listening. It's disrespectful for us, especially when everybody on here knows us, and when Jean's with us, they know how we work, and they know that we won't do anything or say anything untoward. If we've got anything private or that's too in depth, we will do a private reading for them. So
Yeah.
there is no need, but thankfully, touch wood, we don't get them very often, and hopefully that'll be,
When I
you know,
when I first started doing these live feeds on my own a couple of years ago, I used to get it a lot, and I used to say, look, that's fine, but please, if you've got something to say, private message me and we'll have a discussion about it. The
Yeah.
people who are watching, it's their belief, their faith. Please don't disrespect my congregation, if you like.
That's
so
right.
Anyway, there we are.
Well, just read what Bernadette's just put. Bernadette's just put, don't worry, Tony, they are fools to themselves. There will always be some in this world. It's their ignorance. Oh, well done for
Tony
me
and
you.
Irene.
Well, thank you. We're so glad that you're all taking this so nicely, because, you know, it doesn't come from us. We want you to come and we want you to enjoy what we do, because we enjoy doing it for you, don't we, Tony?
We do. And plus they enjoyed the dogs playing. It sounds like a herd of elephants when they start. Bernadette, it's not well done to us. We just pass on what's coming through from your loved ones. That's all it is.
It's
I know.
well done,
I know.
Spirit.
We are just the squawk box, as Michael likes to say. We just are the voice for those who have no voice for themselves now. But thank you so much. Like I said, the fact that every service that I do, and including the one at Pastures Green and other ones I do for the people, I see the same people every time going up on the comments, and that is just it blows my head. It really does blow my head away, because
it's wonderful. It really is.
I don't know about you, Irene, but I'm just me, and I do this because they want me to do it. And while ever they want me to do it, I'll keep switching my computer on, sitting here and talking away to myself. But
you know what I always say, Tony, when you sign that contract with Spirit, you sign it for life until they say no more. And if they did that to me, I would be absolutely devastated, because I love doing this. I love working with you and Jean. I love working on my own. I just love the whole thing.
I do. When I was in hospital with the blood clots in my lungs, they stepped away from me, and I felt like I'd lost. I know, but I felt like I'd lost some huge part of me.
Yeah.
To just have nothing. It just, like you say, I was devastated. I knew it was for my own good.
Yeah, you needed to rest, because you come back stronger, Tony, and that's the difference.
Oh,
you come back stronger. I mean,
and I can remember the day I was sat on the settee, and I could feel a prod in my back like this.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay,
they're back.
Okay,
time to go back to work.
I've got to get back to church, have I? But anyway, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for spending this time with us.
Samantha, you are very, very welcome. Samantha's just thought we are all so grateful for your time and dedication each week. You are very, very welcome. Everybody is so welcome.
I'm not sure if Jean will be at home or not on Sunday, so it might just be Irene and myself Sunday night for our divine service. And we got a plug off Reverend Nick as well on last night.
Oh, lovely.
He talked about us doing the stuff we do online as well, so we might get some of the people from Littleport tuning in. So that's Sunday.
You can tell Reverend Nick if he needs me to do a service for him, I will do.
I'll tell him.
If you need.
There's also Monday night, there'll be us again.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday night, I think they said
You are booked out on Monday.
Oh, I'm booked out on Monday. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm doing another online service on Monday. I do apologise. So we might have to rethink Monday and bump it into a different day, but we'll try and fit something in, or an afternoon one even. But I know you're busy Mondays.
Not really. I do Mondays on here, but I am busy Wednesday. I did a service this Wednesday for a church down in Essex, and Isla has got in touch with me. I don't know which church she's from, but she's asked me to do a service for her this Wednesday, the 22nd.
Right.
But I've got to organise that yet. So,
Yeah. We'll fit something in somewhere if we can.
Well,
so that will be
the weekend. Let me know Sunday night.
I will. Then Wednesday, there's a lady called Rosie doing a service for Pastures Green. Then Thursday, Littleport. I don't know who's on Littleport. Nick did say at the end of his service, but I've forgotten. Samantha's watching from Littleport, so she says, please do, Irene.
Have a word with Nick, Samantha.
Hannah and Samantha, of course. Yes. Reverend Nick will be on Thursday night at Littleport. Then we'll be on Friday again.
Yep.
So we'll come full circle.
Again. But we will see you all on Sunday evening, 7 o'clock, same time, same place. And hopefully this time our Jean will be with us, because we miss our Jean, don't we, sweetheart?
We do. Would you like to close our service, please, Irene?
I will.
And who's going to sing Lord Keep Us Safe?
I'll let you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll let you say it.
All right. Bless you. Thank you.
Can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you for the service over the internet this evening. We've had a wonderful, uplifting service, and we thank all those who have come to join us and to be with us this evening. We would like to especially thank our guides, helpers, our friends and families who have come forward to give messages of proof of life everlasting. And as we close the veil between the two worlds until the next meeting, may we place a guardian angel on every head bowed in this service. Amen.
Amen. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen.
And I hope the Lord will bless you and keep you safe till we all meet again next time. Good night and God bless everybody.
Good night and God bless everybody. Thank you.